Be careful. PTSD there, Brad, when I slap my hand. Sorry. We're here live at Channel Hight News. You'll see that I do a lot of hashtags. I call them hash browns, much more exciting. I don't think that's a copyrighted term, but hash brown. Hight Channel News, that is Channel H at Sesame Street, if you're looking for this anywhere. Make sure everyone out there subscribes to our YouTube channel below, likes us on Facebook, follows us on Instagram. Very excited today. Okay. I'm always excited about our guests at Channel Hight News. We're here at the Hight News studio here. We got the director and producer. Well, actually, you can see us because that's who our director and producers are. And we rent the space for nothing. We do have some sponsors. We'll go over those a little later, but all-stars, local all-stars here with us today. Senator Brad and Heather. I'll have to say Heather Fenimore Johnson because this is kind of a hometown heroes show week. With us, as always, co-host Samantha Burdick, marketing director, Hight Family Dealerships, and doer of good deeds. So let's get right down to this because I've got a lot of my father critiques this show now. I don't know that this is kind of a joke show. They thought I was actually a real news show, and they told me they critiqued it to the point where I actually don't want them to watch the show anymore. Be kind of a fun thing. My grandparents love it. Okay, parents don't get it. So I guess you have to be under 69 or over 90 to understand the show. So right in that wheelhouse.
Sam, grandparents love everything. It's just part of the deal. It doesn't count.
So you're saying I'm not good? Wow. That's a good start from our guests that for the record, I've asked these two, I had to call their agents. I had to call the State House, Dr. Shaw, Governor Mills, Biden, okay, to get these two. They did not come cheap.
Quite literally an act of Congress.
Yes, it was. That's why we're so excited because they're willing to do this with us today. What makes it most exciting for me, for Samantha, is this is going to be hash brown hometown heroes. Okay, what you see here are very, very talented people that grew up in the area, moved away, and then came home to their roots to make our rural communities better. So, I mean, that's hash brown hometown heroes, hash brown love, hash brown Norwalk. We've got Bill over here, but we'll get into the whole Norwalk connection here in a little bit. First, I'm going to introduce Senator Brad Farrin. Earlier in the program, it literally said Senator Brad Farrin, but then he took that off. I don't know.
We have to do that with all the Zoom committee meetings.
Okay.
It's just Brad.
Okay. Some call him Bradford, but it's really Bradley. EE. Fun fact. Okay. So Brad, a 1982 graduate of Skowhegan Area High School. 1984, he joined the Air Force. Thank you for your service, Brad. That's where everyone claps. In 2013, he retired as the Command Chief Master Sergeant for the Maine National Guard, the highest ranking enlisted airman. That's impressive. He deployed in 2008 in Operation Iraqi Freedom, and 2009 for Operation Enduring Freedom, which was the Horn of Africa. I actually had to look that one up. How was the weather there, Brad?
Hot.
Which was more hot, the Enduring Freedom or Iraqi Freedom?
Iraqi Freedom was hotter.
Okay.
Yeah. Iraq was hotter than the Horn of Africa. Djibouti.
Is that a Maasai club?
A rungu stick. I brought it back from Ethiopia.
Yes, I lived in Tanzania for a year.
Now I keep everybody in line.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I don't know what you think of the show, Brad, but there's no violence here.
No.
Sesame Street.
Oh.
I mean, okay, so laugh, smiles, nonviolence.
You lost him, I think, Sam.
No, he doesn't want to do it now.
Oh, there he is.
Okay,
Yeah,
that seems more appropriate.
Right.
and
good.
slightly terrifying.
Yeah, I don't know if Heather remembers this from my childhood. We'll get into that too. I am petrified of clowns.
Last week we learned about your fear of heights.
Fear of heights.
Clowns.
So if you're looking for my kryptonite, there you are. It ends there though. Getting back to Brad, because I mean, it's all about Brad. He has more than 30 years experience in construction and project management. Currently the corporate facilities manager for Milton Cat. He's in his second term with the Maine State Senate, District 3, our district. Previously 2 terms in the Maine State House. Lives in Norridgewock on the Kennebec River with Lynn, and they have a total of 4 children and 1 grandchild. Now, after that intro, you say, who could follow that up? Who could follow that up?
Nobody. Nobody is the answer.
Emma, John.
No, I think Heather Johnson, actually. It took me, I told, Brad is actually one of our first subscribers to the show. Probably the only reason he knows it because I just text people so they watch the show for themselves. I'm like, just watch the damn show because it's going to bring you smiles. We have had some comments that it's keeping people positive during this COVID world.
Mhm.
So that's what we're here for. But so I had Brad months ago, and it's taken me this long to figure out who can one up Brad Farrin. Okay, we got Heather Johnson. So got to have an intro, Heather.
Oh,
Grew up in Skowhegan, Maine. Went to Syracuse for a year and later graduated from the University of Maine. She grew her early career in private technology sector with management roles at Nokia, Gateway, and Toshiba. Some names we really haven't heard of lately. Heather, what'd you do to those companies?
it's because I left.
Okay.
After she,
Wow. She then moved home, the theme of this show, and focused on rural economic development at Somerset Economic Development Corp as the executive director, focusing on connectivity, broadband, and workforce development. Later serving as director of Connect Maine. She is now the commissioner of the Department of Economic and Community Development, where she continues to focus on economic development in rural communities with special appreciation to the COVID pandemic. So in the hierarchy of Maine, we've got like Mills, and then boom, Heather Johnson. I'm putting her number 2. Okay?
I don't think it works that way, Sam, but it's your
It's my
show.
show. It's my show.
We make our own rules around here.
Yes, she also lives in Norridgewock, also on the Kennebec River, and she lives there with her husband Jeff and son John. So Kennebec River, Norridgewock. As the crow flies, Brad and I are within a mile apart, and Heather and I are a mile apart. So we really didn't make it that far in terms of location, very far in our lives, right? But I speak for you guys, not myself. I went away and came back to work. You went away and came back to do great things. So first of all, I want to say thank you for moving back home and making rural Central Maine, a great place, and Maine in general and New England in general, because you guys are all stars. Like I said, this is an incredible guest. Normally I don't even prepare for these shows. It usually takes me about 6 minutes to prepare. Today, I got notes.
He's been working on this for weeks.
Yes,
Sam,
I've got more
you're way too humble. Heather and I would say no, but we was like, how are you going to say no to Sam Hight, the myth, the legend? I mean, we had to say yes.
Yeah, well, you'll think otherwise maybe once we get through some of my props and some history here as well. For the record, just to, because we are hashtag, real news, we, we'll talk about COVID real quick. These literally were my first two calls in the middle of March. I called Brad at 5:30 a.m. because I know he's an early riser. And I let Heather off until about 7 a.m. It was back-to-back calls saying, what the hell do we do as businesses in the state of Maine to keep our employees and customers safe? And I owe both of them a debt of gratitude for helping me through that. Heather and I go back 35 years. Brad, with my family, would be 35 years because I'm 35 years old. And it was great to be able to pick up the phone and say, we need help. And there you were. And I'm sure I wasn't the only people calling. I'm just fortunate enough to call you guys, friends and, hashtag family, of course. So just thank you for all of that. Obviously, we're not through this yet. Wear your mask, wash your hands. But there is some light at the end of the tunnel, and we have people like these two that are working for us every day to keep us safe and to keep our communities open and going. So with that, let's talk about real stuff. Okay, let's get over, your accomplishments and, good deeds. Let's have some fun. I'm hoping, so this marks probably 12 months of Zooming, right?
Yeah.
Basically. I hope this is your most fun Zoom session. If it's not, I have failed as a director, producer, and host of a show. Because I've been on some pretty bad Zooms. I'm sorry if anyone out there knows who I'm talking about, but they, wow. Okay.
I can say this is the most that I have smiled on a Zoom so far. Now we'll see if it's the tears or not, but yes.
Okay, we'll keep smiling. I keep saying, when you're on the show, if you ain't smiling, you ain't breathing, okay? Because we're here to have fun. Hash brown fun, of course. So, real serious. Both of you had careers outside of Maine. You came home. Why? Why come home to Maine? Why come home to rural central Maine? Why plant roots in Norridgewock?
Go ahead, Brad, you go first.
I'll go first. Well, I left for the Air Force and came back for a couple reasons. Family, obviously, mom and dad and brothers were around and had a new baby, and that was a driving force. You mentioned the Kennebec River a number of times. I mean, I literally born and raised with my grandson. We're like the fourth generation on Route 2 and on the Kennebec River, and I love our river and our resources. And there's no other place like it.
Yeah, and I came back because I wanted John to grow up here. I thought there is something special about growing up in Central Maine. And at that time, my family was here as well. And so thought it was a good chance for John to grow up in a community like this.
So little fun fact here. Samantha Burdick also moved away, did some great things, and then moved home to make Central Maine a better place. Talk to mom.
You talked to my mom?
Actually, I talked to people in all of your families.
All of my families? I have
Not just the guests.
Oh, okay.
Too. So Samantha, 2006 graduate of Messalonskee High School, senior class president, lacrosse captain. Wow. Graduated from Northeastern in 2011. Wow. Later graduated with her master's degree in education for humanities and English at USM, where she later taught at Bath Middle School and Lawrence High School. Took a year off to teach in Tanzania. Okay. That does not happen often. People just don't take years off to go to Tanzania. So good for you. Had to come home though. She's an athlete, blew her knee. She had to come home. When she came home, Waterville. Is it hard to go from an eagle to a panther?
I will never be a panther. My children will never be panthers. Will not happen.
Okay, so Brad went with the violence thing. Now you're doing like the rivalry thing. This is Smiles here.
No.
I mean, some of
We
us
draw
didn't
a
even
line
have
somewhere.
a mascot for most of 2020. We're not even going to go to a mascot discussion, okay? She came home, worked for the South End Teen Center in Waterville, the United Way, GHM Insurance. And now, as they say, the rest is history. She's with the Heights. And when you work for the Heights, you retire for the Heights. Okay? Waterville Planning Board member, Mid-Maid Chamber member, KV Connect president, Waterville Sunrise Rotarian, soon to be president, and Main Street Skowhegan board member. I mean, last week we were with Jim and Jerry up to Saddleback, and I was thinking I felt pretty small in this room. Once again, I do. I'm humbled by the host and our guests today. And this is, I want to thank you guys again. This is great. You guys are both on the edge of your seat because I keep making references to maybe, you know, some history we're going to talk about. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that right now. So we all came home. We all made it back. We all left and we come home. We're like homing pigeons. Okay. But where did we come from? Really? Where did we? We got a little politics here. We got a lot of fun here. So with the magic.
Oh man.
Yeah. So here's Samantha early in her political career with Angus King.
Yep.
And
Look at those glasses though. That was
we,
when I was the class president of a different class, not the senior
Yeah.
class.
well, this is when you were class president.
That is, yep.
Okay. We got senior photos here.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
You always got to come home sometime. I'll share mine because I'm not just picking on people.
This is good.
I also graduated kindergarten. Very impressive diploma right there. This is the smallest one I could find.
Yeah, imagine that.
Okay. We'll share that with the viewers somewhere, but that smile, unbelievable. Good stuff. Now I'm going to use these photos to kind of transition into Heather Johnson. Okay. We've got, she's not on the Zoom. She helped out though. We've got little Sam and my third mother, Dorothy McMichael Reed. Okay. You want to talk about another all-star? Right there.
Yeah.
Dorothy. We're at the beach. Oh, we got Dorothy again. We got Dorothy, we got Wiley, some cousins. Okay. So you ask, why am I talking about Dorothy Reed anyway? I was trying to think of who in Heather's life I could be, get some good information from. And I thought Dorothy. Dorothy, so I've got four mothers in my life. I've got my real mother, the greatest. And then I've got three surrogates. I've got Kathy Stussy, also Kennebec River. Yeah, amazing how this works. I've got Marlene Dubé from Norridgewock as well, who took care of me for many, many, many years while my parents were working. Joke that I won't go to the joke. In case Mom watches the show, I don't know. And then Dorothy McMichael, who's lifelong best friend since kindergarten, Heather Finnemore Johnson.
Until it depends what picture she gave you. Then we'll see what comes from there.
Look at her in
Oh
kindergarten.
gosh, that's not good.
It's cute. That's a great photo. It gets worse, Heather.
I know.
You should say thank you, Sam, for that one. All right. So where do I begin here?
Oh, boy.
This little action shot.
That is a lot of hair.
I like that. Look at that hair.
Okay. This is the more business look.
Oh, yeah.
In my defense, that was stylish then.
Yes.
This is a long time
Yeah.
ago.
For the record, this was only 5 years ago. We've got this. I don't know if this was from an earlier marriage or I don't know what the one, but
That was a senior picture too,
senior photo in a white. Wow.
taken last year.
But this one my mother found in the scrapbook this morning.
Oh, remind me to thank her.
We've got Dorothy, we've got Heather, and you can say who the others are. You don't have to, but I mean, look at this. Look at this.
Oh,
Look,
goodness.
Little prom
That is some
action.
Little
that is
prom
some good
action,
stuff.
A little
right there.
prom action.
or a lot of prom action, I guess, depending on how you're judging hair there.
Senator Brad Farrin,
Your turn.
middle child. Correct?
Middle child.
Proof. Look at him. He means business already. Look at that. He's like telling the photographer, "You gonna take another photo? I dare you, punk." And then let's move up. I mean, look at that stud. And look at that.
Oh, wow.
He did graduate. He did graduate.
I know, contrary to popular belief.
Wow, you had a lot of hair too.
You know what he didn't have was this mustache thing that he was trying to grow in all these photos. It's like nothing there.
Gone.
When we share the real photos to our viewers out there, you will be able to. It'll be hard for you guys to see today, but you will be able to pick up. There is a mustache there. I don't know what the technical terms for mustache, if it needs to be at least 100 hairs or not. I don't know, but we got a senior portrait here.
Wow.
Is that fun?
You did a little research there, young man.
So I'm not revealing any of my sources.
Oh,
What?
I know where they are now.
It might have been Dorothy. It might have been Lynn. It might have been Mom, Samantha. Might have been. For the record, when I asked Samantha's mother for some photos, 3 seconds they were in my email.
Oh yeah, I
I
believe
don't know if
that.
they're on her desk or she just keeps them in the car or
Just
whatnot.
walks around with it. She just walks around with like an album,
How do you?
pulls it out, starts telling people about me.
He's proud of you.
I mean, the best.
You
And the
you know,
best
it's really
Dorothy-
interesting when Sam introduced us this morning, Samantha, and he went through all the accomplishments. I said, that is a proud employer. He knows his people inside. I didn't know he'd just done a bio on you. I was going to read it after.
No, usually he makes fun of me for reading Supreme Court decisions.
Who wouldn't make fun of someone?
I like to know what's going on.
We gotta talk sponsors real quick.
Yeah, they really came in for a good
Yeah,
production.
We
this
came in
time.
strong here. So, of course, Saddleback Mountain, one of Maine's 4,000 footers, 2,000 foot vertical, 225 inches of annual snowfall, 68 trails, and some of the best glades this side of the Mississippi. Check it out in Rangeley, Maine. Unbelievable what they've done up there. Heather probably has you to thank for that too. Anything good that happens, thank Heather. Whether it be the sunshine, or economic stability, or anything. I mean, look at her. Look at her. She's working right now.
I did just ski there though, Sam, if that helps. It was wonderful.
Yes.
The conditions were great. The new chair is amazing. 4 minutes to the top of the mountain on that new chair.
Yeah, it literally sucks you way back in the seat, but when you get to the end, it almost needs a seat buckle because it comes to like a complete stop. It's like come
Yeah.
on, let's go.
No, it's amazing.
Hight
Worth the
Family
trip.
Dealerships, serving Central and Western Maine since 1911, 110 years. Great people. You ought to get out there and meet them. I'm excited about these three. These came in huge in the clutch. We might have a little budget left. Cat. Milton Cat now has 12 locations spanning 6 states with over 1,000 employees. Owned by the Miltons since 1960, 3 generations. Their products and technology are in logging camps, nuclear facilities, dairy farms, hospitals, lobster boats, basically everywhere. Thank you for that sponsorship. That's gonna come in. That's gonna come in nice. Because she helped me out and wrote big checks. Boom. Sun Rays
Oh,
Tanning and Hair Salon, 171 Waterville Road, Skowhegan, owned by Lynn Farrin. They offer 3 stylists and 6 different tanning units. I don't know if that means up, down, upside down, but I think we can all agree that we could use a little vitamin D lately. Wow, it's been a long winter. And this is not only a sponsor, but this is just a great cause. This is the Children's Center. Since 1966, it offers childcare, special education services, occupational therapy, speech and language therapy, autism programs, and behavioral support programs with classrooms in Augusta, Farmington, Skowhegan, and Waterville. Fun fact, executive director since 2013, Jeff Johnson.
Yay.
So, Children's Center, learn more or make a gift at childrensctr.org. I'd like to give one of these to those sponsors this week. That was incredible what we're doing there. So normally after sponsorship, we see Forecast Freddy. I don't know. Forecast Freddy just had his second COVID shot. Okay, I don't know if he feels a little bit under the weather. He's not the regular Forecast Freddy we've gone to love. And usually we have a vehicle walk around, but I said no. We've got Brad Farrin, we got Heather Johnson, we've got news. We've got news to share. We've got things to report. We've got lives to change. That might be a stretch, but we've got lives to change.